Well, this is my first time going live. I'm hoping it is working. So if there's anyone watching, just comment and I can see if it's actually working. Or am I doing something wrong? Okay, looks like you can hear me. So yeah, it's the first time going live. I never planned to go live except for Antonio wanted me to do a live Q&A or something like that. So that's what this will be. Pretty much maybe like 10, 15 minutes of questions. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the chat on the side and then I can answer those. Otherwise, I'm not an expert at aquaponics, but I do know a good amount, so I'm learning just like most of you guys. Let's see if we have any questions. Yeah, that pond video I just posted this morning, that took a long time for my brother and I to actually do. We actually did it quite some time ago. I think maybe like 2 months ago, but I never got to edit it until now. But doing that path was quite tough, especially leaning over and doing all that concrete. Got a lot of backache from that, but that was cool to do. Pond is pretty much almost done now. Yeah, as for my aquaponics system, I do have a lot of things still to do with it. I still have to do a lot of construction to finish it off, since every time I go in there, I come up with something new to do. That's an unfortunate thing, but it keeps me busy. Question is, I was wondering if you had any formal education or training in agricultural landscaping. No, I haven't done anything besides some classes in community college just for biology and stuff like that. Otherwise, nothing in agricultural landscaping. So this is just from everything I do is just from learning from watching things or just from doing it. That's the best way I learn. It's just from doing something. So that's pretty much how I do it. How many turtles do I have, and am I going to make more filter videos? Right now, I actually have 4 turtles, so I'll make a video on that. And for the filter videos, do you want me to make it for the aquaponics or the pond? Because I still need to do the aquaponic filters, which will be a swirl filter. I mean, not a swirl filter, a radial flow filter, and moving bed biofilters. And I still will do a more in-depth video on the filtration I have set up on my pond. Is that what you both? Okay, I can do that. I'm not sure when I'll get to it since I still have a good amount of videos I need to edit. Do I watch other YouTube videos? Yes, I do watch. Not so much now, but I've watched plenty of aquaponic videos and some pond building videos from other channels. So that's also a good way to get a lot of information. When I first started, that was especially what I did. I also read, when I first started aquaponics, I read a lot of books and did some, it was from the aquaponic source. If anyone knows where that is, she had some kind of Udemy class, which was on sale for $20. So I got her book plus those videos and watched that for a little bit. Those are pretty good. Definitely reading books and watching videos helps learn a lot. From my aquaponic system, well, right now it's mostly just basil. So I have basil constantly growing and a lot of grass. I did have a lot of lettuce as well, the butterhead lettuce. You saw one of those videos. But since I've been mostly focusing on just building it, since I did mention earlier, I just walk in there and then I come up with a new plan. So in some videos later on, you'll see I'm going to move one of those blue grow beds to one side, put a new sump tank in, a bigger sump tank. I have to do those breeding aquariums and put those in. So a lot of work. So basically, I've been more focusing on finishing it. But what I have growing right now is the basil, a lot of lemongrass, the taro, which I will harvest soon since it's kind of a pain to have in the aquaponic system. Because one, it grows too big and takes up a lot of space, and two, it does drain the water from the aquaponic system. Because I show in a video that the water just comes out through the leaves. I think it's called transpiration. So every time I walk into the greenhouse, there's like just a puddle on the floor where I moved it. So that's the stuff I have. Definitely the basil. We have quite a few, quite a lot of pesto in the freezer that my mom has made. Then we also have harvested all the, what else is it? Some other leafy greens. I don't have any fruiting plants yet, since that'll be later on. Since I still need to, it's still a kind of a new system, so I still need to let it cycle before I do any fruiting plants. So pretty much just what I have is what I mentioned. Yes, I know about Bob Aquaponics. His videos are very helpful. I did also ask him a question on one of his videos about my system, if he can look at it, and he mentioned that basically if my aquaponics system has a big tank in the center and then the two IBC totes on both sides, so basically 5 tanks. He mentioned that because I only have it, the pump going up to the top of it, and then the water gravitating feeding into it, and he said that could lead to problems to the other fish in the tank. So what I'm going to do is also I'm going to redo the plumbing so they're all separate, and they'll all separately go into the filters, and the water going into them is all separate. So that's what I got from Rob. His videos are definitely very helpful. If you don't know his videos, I'm pretty sure most people who watch aquaponics know his videos, but I definitely recommend watching his. I haven't watched many of his recently, but I've did in the past. I like his aquaponic system. He had that dome one, and then he made a bigger one. His videos are very educational as well. Do I have an email address or contact for sending you information? Yes. Is there a way to put it on YouTube? I'll have to find that out. Otherwise, I can, I guess, give it to you here. Let me figure out, and I can. It should be. Let me see if I go away from it. If it's still live. Maybe I just have to set something up on my channel. So yeah, I should be able to put an email in the about section of my channel. So I'll do that, and then you can email me through there. And then if you have any questions or that, otherwise, that's what I can do. If that helps. Have I eaten any of my crayfish yet? No, not yet. The ones I have right now, which are just a common crayfish, I actually do plan to get rid of them. So I'm trying to sell them or give them to a friend because I do plan to get the Australian red claw crayfish, which get a lot bigger. I do have some small ones now, which I need to make a video on it, which I was lucky to find some local guy selling them. So I have those, which I'll replace the ones I have now, but I haven't, to answer that question, I haven't eaten any crayfish yet. Brooklyn St. Michael. Is that the god of aquaponics? Maybe. I'm not sure. I'll check that out, though. That is YouTube channel name? St. Michael. Yeah, it's the School of Aquaponics. I've also seen his videos. Thought his channel was called the Aquaponic God. Maybe not. Okay, good. But yeah, when the crayfish do get bigger, well, maybe I should just eat the ones I have now. That's what I could do. We'll see. But that's the plan, to get the Australian red claw crayfish, or the ones I have right now are small. So when they get bigger and start reproducing, then I can start eating the Australian red claw crayfish, which is the ideal plan. Same with the fish when they get bigger and able to reproduce and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely for the crayfish. When I first got them, I lost a lot of them since I didn't have anything for them to hide, since they eat each other, especially when they shed their skin, since they're more vulnerable. So that's definitely a good point. I don't have them with any fish right now, but I might put some small fish in there just for them to pick on or something. Because the only thing I feed them right now is just the same same food I feed my fish, which is the organic fish food you can get from the aquaponics stores or on Amazon. But definitely they do eat each other. So the more hiding spaces I have in there, the more crayfish I can have. Otherwise, they'll just pick on each other. But I'll check out that Melbourne Aquaponics Institute on their videos about the crayfish. Always good to figure out more information. Do you guys have aquaponic systems, or just starting one, thinking about it? Do I plan to get any other types? That I'm not sure. Right now, I do have the bluegill and the different types of tilapia. So the blue tilapia, the Mozambique tilapia, and the red Nile tilapia. I did have bass before, but one got bigger and ate all of them, which was unfortunate. So I lost all of those guys. And I do have channel catfish in the aquaponic system as well. So those are the fish I have right now. Do I plan to get something else? Maybe, that I'm not sure. We'll see what I decide to do. Because I did also try rainbow trout before, but my water got too warm, which wasn't good for them. But right now, I'm not sure. And aquatic animals and plants. Plants in the future, definitely I plan to plant a lot of different things. I have moringa growing right now, which is cool. I'll just try out different things. Try things in the raft, and try them in the hydroton. Which one does better? Because that seems like might be better in the hydroton, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for my pond, I do plan to put maybe some rainbow dace or some other type of small fish in there. Oh yeah, that's cool. How big of an aquaponic system do you think you're gonna go, or just start small for now? Yeah. Well, the taro didn't really break through the roof. I actually took that section off because I had to take out something from the aquaponic system, and my door isn't big enough since I wanted to maximize space usage, and I make the door small, so I had to take off the whole top flap of the greenhouse just to remove a tank. But I will put that back on now since it's getting colder. I might be planning to extend that area out a little just to have it a little higher for the moringa and some taller plants in there. But that's what I'll do with it after I take out that taro and when I get to it, since I have to first move some stuff out and work on that. But yeah, definitely that taro is growing quite quickly. So we'll see how much I actually harvest off of it. It's a commercial farmer. Is it an aquaponics or just a regular farm? That'd be cool. Do you plan to make some YouTube videos on that as well? Maybe some tutorials or just your progress through it. But yeah, that's really just what I attended at the beginning when I first made my when I first made my video 2 years ago or started making videos. I think that just my intention is just to maybe help someone gain something from my videos, which it looks like some have, so that's nice. But yeah, I'll go for another 3.5 minutes until we hit 20 minutes. If you have any other questions, just do that, and I'll be good at first live Q&A. No, I have not heard of LDS Prepper. What is that? I can look it up too. Is that another YouTuber as well? All right, that's cool. I might check that out. So I do need to heat my greenhouse. I don't think I'm geo. We'll see if I can do geothermal. But definitely, I'm going to do another compost bin outside and put more nitrogen source in there just so it can heat up faster. And I also do have an inline water heater that I'll use to heat the aquaponics system, just to keep it at a stable temperature in case I need it, just because of the tilapia stuff I have. Since I don't want the water to get too cold. Those are the things I'll be using for heating as of now. So we'll see. I'll definitely check out his YouTube later on, those videos. Oh yeah, Sam, it was nice to answer those questions and to actually talk to some of the subscribers. Well, not really talk, but I talk and you guys text. But yeah, let me know when you want to do it again, or if you have more questions, or just prepare them, and then I can do that later on in the future. You can always leave a comment again saying you want me to go live, and I can do that. Otherwise, we'll call that it for this first live session thing. So I appreciate you guys coming to listen to me talk or asking the questions, which is nice to do because it also helps me learn. So I appreciate that. If you're coming on the replay or after this live, I appreciate you watching this video as well. If you have those questions, you can leave them in the comments below. But otherwise, don't. Yeah, I'll remember to do that later today. I have to go to work, but I'll do that later this evening so that you can do that, or so you can email me. So otherwise, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. And that will be all for this live stream.